my whole life, I just kind of went with the flow. Like, I never like put myself in the center of attention. I didn't want to be. I just wanted to be in the back row.
I mean, I've always had a really crazy imagination. So like when I was a kid, like I even convinced my teacher I went to Japan over the summer or to China or something. It was just like what you did over the summer. And I was like, oh, I went to China. She actually believed it. I was really convincing. I was the baby, I guess. I never had a girlfriend in high school. I never saw my dad cry. Or maybe it's just something that, was imprinted in my brain that maybe I should never cry. Even if something was wrong, like I would have probably never said anything. Because like I'll deal with it myself. I don't know if that just growing up that way just kept me in that way. Deal with things on your own, but then build up so much that you can't deal with them, and they take a hold of you never thought in a way could take hold of you. When me and Shanann met, it was like, she was always like pushing me away, kind of like, she had just got diagnosed with lupus and she was on like a bunch of different medications and stuff. And, it was, when we first met, like, was at a movie theater and my cousin's ex-wife set us up, whatever. But like, it's when she first saw me, she was like, I should probably just turn and talk to the bartender a little more. But yeah, like I was like persistent trying to pursue something. I liked her. And, even on the first day, like, I couldn't even eat anything. She was just like, chowing down. And she was like, you eat like a bird. I'm like, and she talked to my parents, like, months later, she was like, this guy just never ate. He's like, this guy eats like a trash disposal. This trash disposal. I was like, no, not around me. I was like, well, I'm just nervous. I was just like, I was always like shaking and everything. But, I was always pursuing her. And then just like, finally I grew onto her. Like, I'm always like with her medications and stuff, I would always she had like 8 bottles of medication. So I would always get like her day and nights and kind of like put them all in that little, flip open, all that kind of stuff. And, I would always, be around her. I even went to her colonoscopy. And she said after that, she knew that was like kind of a keeper. And it's like, who goes to a colonoscopy after 3 months with somebody? It felt like it was a great relationship. Everything was great.
Hey guys.
What if I think it tastes like
Hey guys, this is Shanann. We're here. Kristen's gonna kill me. So we're sitting here, just having fun and working a little bit. And Kristen just came from the gym, so don't mind her. But she's gonna taste the cookies and cream live. Pizza's here. Where is it?
Right there.
Are you excited?
Yeah, it's pizza.
Yes, pizza's here. How many pieces are you gonna have?
Yeah.
Hit it down there.
Hit it, Bella. Hard. Hit it hard.
Bend down and hit it. Come on.
Nice. Nice.
Do it again.
Hit it again.
My daddy is a hero. He helps me grow up strong. He helped me snuggle too. He reads me books. He ties my shoes. If you're a hero, blue and blue, my daddy, I love you.
So it was probably around June 1st or something. That's when I first met her. And it was just like a work conversation. She messed with the gas meters that, were out in the field. And I was messing up. And then, I took her to her like, hey, what's going on with this? Like, how do I fix it? And, after that, we just ran into each other a few times in the office. And I think it was probably the 4th time meeting. She had asked me, cause like when we were talking back and forth, I would say, like we moved here from Colorado or from North Carolina and stuff like that. And then, she was like, what's all this weed stuff become? Like, took out my phone, showed her a picture, like, you know, my girl's on the phone. It's like, oh, okay. Like, so, like, yeah, like, you know, I didn't wear a ring at work because, like, I said, the office would get refitted when I lost all that weight. So after that, she left me alone for a couple of days. And she texted me outside the field. And then after that, we just kept texting back and forth. And it was just, you know, just like, you know, like she used to work in a little rig out in North Dakota, I think. And, we just kind of sharing stories back and forth about what we did and everything. And then one day it just kind of went to a different level. And then I never thought it would ever go to that level. After that, we just kept seeing each other pretty much the whole month of July. It just seemed like I was more in control, it seemed like. And that never happened. Like, she'd actually, like, asked me, like my opinion on a lot of things, and just, like, what I wanted to do, and just kind of, like, you know, the first time we went out, it was to a movie over at the Orchard, about the 144th over there, and, you know, I asked her, like, hey, you want to go see this movie? And, like, she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. And we got there, it was sold out, and, you know, normally I'd probably just have, you know, just wait 2 hours, like, you know, just go home, but now she just wanted to walk around and just talk. I'm like, okay. In the back of my head, I was telling myself, what are you doing? Like, you know, every time, you know, I'd open up my phone, I could see pictures of my wife and my kids. I'm just like, what am I doing? And then, like, every time I was with her, it seemed like I didn't think. It seemed like it was like a blinder that was on my face. You're going to camping, going to drag race, going all that other stuff that you have fun doing, but you're with somebody else. It's not your family. It just didn't seem right. You know, with her, it just didn't seem like I could even see that anymore. I was there at her house pretty much every night. So it was like I didn't have that time at home just to really think about anything.
Thank you so much for coming out here with me, Christopher. I am having a wonderful time. You mean a lot to me, and I'm glad that you're having a blast. I am so out of breath.
We did it again. I like that shirt. Really?
Really.
That's awesome. So pink means...
That's just the test.
I know. It just says the pink is going to be girls.
I don't know. Just the test.
That's awesome. Guess when you want to, it happens.
I don't remember the video much. I know she was wearing like a "Oops, we did it again" shirt, I think, and I was walking with my cooler or something. I don't remember like my actual like reaction, like watching the video, but like I could see her probably feel like didn't seem like he was jumping for joy.
Hey, guess what, girls? Mommy has a baby in her belly. Are you guys excited? Yes? Are you really excited? Oh my goodness. Come give me hugs. Oh. I love you, girls.
I got the baby a hug.
You want to give the baby a hug? I love you, Bella. You're so sweet. Give me a kiss.
Mommy. Mommy.
Yes, baby.
She got home like at 2:00, and you know, I felt her get into bed, and I kind of feel her kind of stirring around a little bit. And, I just had a feeling that she knew like what was going on. I mean, obviously, I didn't use like I didn't have a gift card, you know, that I got, and I used my actual credit card, and I kind of just felt like she knew what was going on, and she started rubbing her hand on me, and we ended up having sex. But I guess that was more like a test. when I woke up later on in the morning, it was pretty much just like I had gotten dressed for work, and then like we started talking. Something like it's something just felt right with me. So I know like she knew. I just knew she knew. I just felt like maybe the kids weren't going to be there when I got home that day. I climbed in bed. That was pretty much like on top, pretty much like straddling her. I felt like she could probably listen to me just laying beside her, but I got on top of her. Mm-hmm. And every time I think about it, I'm just like, did I know I was going to do that before I got on top of her? I pretty much, told her like, I didn't think it was going to work anymore. She just told me, to get off of her. And she was like, I knew there was somebody else. I knew there was somebody else. I knew there was somebody else. I couldn't just say, yes, there is somebody else, but that's, she said, I'm never going to see the kid again. Like, I try to go back in my head, I'm just like, I didn't want to do this, but I did it. I don't even want to say it felt like I had to. It just felt like there was already something in my mind that was implanted that I was going to do it, and I woke up that morning, it was going to happen, and I had no control of it. Like, why couldn't I just let go? I don't even want to know what she saw when she looked back at me. Maybe she was praying, maybe she was just... Now I read the Bible and said, where the scripture says, don't forgive these people for they do not know what they do. Maybe she was saying that. I don't know what she was saying in her head, but she felt like it was longer almost because it felt like time was standing still. It's kind of like I just saw my life just disappearing before my eyes, but it just like I couldn't let go. It was like somebody else, like if you picture somebody else around you, holding your hands, holding you, keep you from not letting go. Carried her downstairs, backed my truck up. Like I didn't want the girls looking at Shanann while they were in the back seat. I put a trash bag on one end and on her feet and on her head, so they didn't have to see. I just know, like when I was driving up there, nervous, shaking, not knowing, what's gonna happen. They were just, sitting there just kind of asleep or kind of just holding on to each other, laying in each other's laps. Like I know my life is completely changed. I don't know what's happening. Honestly, I try to picture that whole ride, it's 45 minutes to an hour ride out there. And it's just couldn't I have saved my girl's life? Couldn't I have done something? Why did I do it? I don't know. This is my flesh and blood. This is what I wanted all my life, was to be a dad, just to have, kids, and they love me, they, all that, and it just nothing made sense. The whole tank, nothing made sense. I'm just what the... I took Shanann out just to a place off to the site. CC was first. She did have a blanket. She had a blue blanket. I put the blanket over her head. I strangled her right there in the back seat. I didn't look. Said that soft voice she always had. Said that the same thing that happened to me in CC. And then I said, I don't even remember what I said. I don't know if I just said yes like a horrible person, or if I just put that blanket over her too and did the same thing. She said, no, Daddy. And that's the next thing she said. It's every time I close my eyes, I just hear her say, Daddy, no, and that was it. I hear that every day. I felt like it was just an anger with Shanann, with everything that I was just taking it out on everybody that was in front of me that morning. And being a dad was the best part of my life. So I took it all away.
My name's Nicole, and I'm calling because I'm concerned about a friend of mine. I dropped her off at her house at 2 in the morning last night because we were out of town together, and we were on the way back from the airport, and she was having issues, and she's pregnant, and I haven't been able to get a hold of her this morning, and I've gone to her house, and her car's there, and stuff like that, but she won't answer the door, she won't answer phone calls, she won't answer text messages. and I'm just really, really concerned. And she had a doctor's appointment this morning, and she didn't go to it, and I don't know what to do. I've called him and talked to him, and he said that she went on a play date with her other two daughters, but, like, if she went on a play date, they're both in car seats. Why would she not take her car?
How you guys doing?
Brother?
What's that?
You remember me?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
How you been?
Hi.
You Nicole?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on?
So my friend, we were out of town for a business trip this weekend,
All right.
and I dropped her off at 2:00 this morning. She's 15 weeks pregnant. She wasn't feeling well, and she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9, and I told her to let me know if she needed me to take her. She's got 2 little girls, and she was very distraught over the weekend, wasn't eating normally or drinking, and we kept trying to force it on her because she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband and her supposedly are separating, but she didn't know this. She thought they were just having issues. He disclosed that to me today.
Okay.
Because I called him and I was like, have you talked or heard from Shanann since she left for work this morning? Because I can't get a hold of her. I've called, I've texted. Her car's in the garage. Her shoes she wears every single day right in the front door.
She only has one vehicle?
No, they only have the one vehicle in his work truck.
Okay. That's what I'm asking. There's not a...
The girl then went on a play date, but they're 4 and 2. She went on a play date? Why wouldn't she take me a car?
Scott, how you doing?
How's it going?
So this is the only vehicle she would have?
Only one that, yeah.
She would drive? Okay.
A white car drove away from here at 1:48 in the morning.
That's me.
Tell you at
Yeah.
1:48?
The neighbors went and checked his camera and said that a white car drove away at 1. It was me though. That was me. I dropped her off.
That was the last action on my camera.
Okay. That's throughout the whole day, or?
Besides Chris leaving?
Well, yeah.
What about the... Can there no way you can look for the day? During the daytime?
What? Frantic. The girl's car seats are in the car too, so she left with a friend. She would have took the car seats.
I can go look at if he doesn't find her.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Huh? Chris is in the house. We're standing outside at the police office. Can we go in the house?
We can.
I mean, that's up to him. It's his house. You guys...
Nikki, I'll give you permission to walk in my daughter's house.
Mind if I come in, Chris?
Yeah.
You checked upstairs? She's not there? I just want to make sure she's not passed out somewhere. Is she diabetic? What do you do?
I work on gas and a dark room.
What do you do for them?
Operator.
Oh. Long days then?
Yeah, I definitely still be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always a long day, especially in that heat. There's no, like, pop text messages.
Can you look at your camera to see from your security system to see when she left?
It's unless they left out the front door.
Because you told me that she went on a play date with the girls, and then
That's what she told me.
Addie said you told her that
Yeah, she went with some friends, she wanted to go to a friend's house with the kids. That's why I knew they weren't at school.
Addie said you told her that she left in the middle of the night.
Oh no, she didn't leave in the middle of the night, no.
Yeah.
What else can I do with this?
My detective just showed up. So he'll probably want to talk to you. He'd probably, like I said, he might have you call like the bank and see if there's any kind of activity.
Because if there was any sort of action out there,
His camera's
I would have got it.
Like
Right.
we had issues the other week when people were stealing stuff out of like garages and stuff like that. And I had parked my truck
I had
here.
to park right here.
Yeah.
So
Because
you can see if
I could
anything
see where someone tried to jimmy with a flathead screwdriver over there, and it was just like.
But any action would have happened, any cars or anything left your house, I would have.
It would have been like right in that area. It should have picked. I mean,
Oh, it'll pick up anything coming down the street this way.
you know where that tree there too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mind if you just want to go talk to him? I'm going to get his info real quick. No.
He's never taken you. He's never rocking back and forth. And if you look, he never loads his stuff in and out of the garage ever.
Right.
But the fact that he was in here and explaining to it over and over and over,
Well, odd.
but he doesn't look worried. He looks like he's trying to cover his track. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if he's loading his stuff, why isn't he walking back and forth? But I can't see what he's doing in the back of the truck because he pulled into the garage. Yeah. But he knows my camera's there. But I thought it was kind of odd that he never parked in front of here or right here. He said someone broke into his truck and he parked over here. I have no idea. Hey, he's acting so suspicious. He's normally, you can ask them, he's normally quiet, real subdued. He's over here telling you 3 times what he took out, what he did. He's very, he never talked. So the fact that he's over here blabbing his mouth makes me kind of suspicious.
Yeah, but I mean, put yourself in his situation.
Oh, I agree.
You know, anyone's going to be nervous. You don't know what to do.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying the way he told you 3 times what he brought with him, why is he telling you exactly what he brought with him instead of saying, oh, they didn't see anybody out here, he didn't see anybody doing anything? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he so worried about you knowing what he's carrying out? That's all I'm saying.
I was freaking out. I didn't know, like I was thinking in my head, like what I just did, what I just done, and I didn't know, like it was stupid to do anything. I mean, to call the school, to call Ann, to call anybody. I mean, they were right to be, you know, suspicious about anything. Look, 'cause I knew I probably sounded eccentric on the phone and out of sorts, and just I don't even know what they were thinking. They heard me. Like, I had no idea what was going to happen. Like, after everything, I mean, I don't even know how I was even acting even normal to people that I was around. That's when, like, Troy and Cody and Chad and Melissa and all them, like, you know, when they showed up on the site, I don't even know how I was even being somewhat even coherent what I was saying, but apparently they understood me. So, I didn't know what was going to happen.
Chris Watts, WATTS.
Wow. What's going on right now around your house?
Right now, it's got K9 units, the sheriff's department. Everybody's like they're doing their best right now to figure out like if they can get a scent, see where they went. If they went on foot, they went in a car, or they went somewhere. And right now, it's just like they've been on point. They're going through the house trying to get a scent, and hopefully they can pick something up to where it's going to lead to something.
What happened? Your wife came home. Tell me what's.
She came home from the airport 2 a.m. and I left around 5:15. She was still here, and like about 12:10 in that afternoon, her friend Nicole showed up at the door. Like I had texted Shanann a few times that day, called her, say, you know, but she never got back to me. But she wasn't getting back to any of her people as well, and that's what really concerned a lot of people. Is like if she's not getting back to her, like if she doesn't get back to me, that's fine. Like she gets busy during the day, but she didn't get back to her people, which was very concerning. And Nicole called me when she was at the door, and that's when I came home. And then walked in the house, and nothing was vanished. Nothing was here. I mean, she wasn't here. The kids weren't here. Nobody was here.
What's your wife's name?
Shanann, SHANANN.
What's your kids' name?
Bella and Celeste.
How do you spell Celeste?
CELESTE.
How old are your daughters?
4. Bella's 4. Celeste is 3.
And so, how many times did you try calling her?
I called her 3 times, texted her about 3 times just to say, you know, what's going on. Like because after I called her and texted her once, it's like maybe she was just busy. Like she had just gotten back, you know, like everybody's probably calling her from her trip. She just got back from Arizona, and I figured she was just busy. But when her friend showed up, that's what it was like. It registered like, all right, this isn't right.
Do you think she just took off? Do you think?
I mean, right now I don't even want to just like throw anything out there. Like, I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. But I mean, could she just taken off? I don't know. But if somebody has her and they're not safe, like, I want them back now. Like that's what's in my head. Like, if they're safe right now, they're gonna come back. But if they're not safe right now, that's the not knowing part. Like, if they're not safe, last night I had every light in the house on. I was hoping that I would just ran over by the kids running in the door and just like barrel rushing me, but it didn't happen. And it was just a traumatic night trying to be here.
I'm gonna ask some kind of tough questions. Your relationship with your kids.
Yeah, my kids are my life. I mean, those smiles light up my life. And there's like, I mean, last night, like during when they usually eat dinner, it was just like I missed them. Like, I mean, I missed telling them, hey, you got to eat that or you're not gonna get your dessert. Just like you're not gonna get your snack after. I missed that. Like I missed them. Cuddle up on their couches. They have like a Minnie Mouse couch and a Sophia couch that they cuddle up on and watch, Bubble Guppies or something. And it was just like, it was tearing me apart last night, and I needed that. I needed that last night, and for nobody to be here last night and to go into their rooms and know that I wasn't going to turn the rain machines on, and I know that I wasn't going to turn their monitor on, and know I wasn't going to kiss them to bed tonight. It was that's why last night was just horrible. I couldn't do it. I want everybody to just come home. Like, wherever they're at, come home. That's what I want.
Where was she gone for? She was on. She came back Sunday. You said at 2 at night.
Yeah, because her flight got delayed from Arizona because of like other storms around the nation. So she's supposed to get home at like 11. She got home at like 1:48. She got in bed about 2.
What was she going for? Like family trip or what?
It was a Thrive direct sales. It was a local event that was down there between a bunch of leaders in the company.
And that day she was back. I mean,
I left work early that morning, like 5:15, 5:30. So like she barely got into bed pretty much.
And this might be a tough question, but did you guys get into an argument before she left?
It wasn't like an argument. We had an emotional conversation, but I'll leave it at that. But I just want them back. I just want them to come back. And if they're not safe right now, that's what's tearing me apart. Because if they are safe, they're coming back. But if they're not, this has got to stop. Like, somebody has to come forward.
You spoken to her family, like her parents?
Yeah, they've been in constant contact, like every hour. I mean, everybody back in North Carolina and the East Coast. I mean, from Maine to Florida.
What is her parents saying to you? Like,
they're just like if they need to get on a flight, just let them know. Because I mean, they feel helpless right now because they're on the opposite side of the country. I mean, Colorado is. I mean, you can't just drive around and look. I mean, it's just like you wouldn't really know what you're looking for. That's what the cops pretty much told me. That first day, I was like, I want to get out and drive around. They said, you wouldn't know what to look for.
Last couple questions. What is law enforcement? What have the police or the sheriffs or your neighbors? What's police saying to you?
Right now, what they're doing right now is with the canines in the sense. I think this is the biggest thing. This is the biggest thing they've done so far because yesterday the Frederick Police Department did all the searching of the house and tried to gather whatever information they could. And with the detectives, officers, and sergeants, and today it's. I mean, obviously with all the activity that's around, there's a lot going on around here, and I really hope that all of this can lead to something positive.
What did your neighbors? Did they see anything? Did your neighbors see anything?
No, like the police department went door to door asking, like cameras and everything, just like nothing.
And my last question, if you have any though, so feel free to step in. My last question is, if your wife can see this, if she can watch these, what would you like to tell your wife and your kids?
Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. Like, if somebody has her, just please bring her back. I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here. Please bring her back.
That's it. I can take that mic off you.
I didn't want to do it. I felt like, they would have just kept knocking on my door until I answered it. And like, I didn't even set it up, but Nicole Atkinson set it up. She said, Fox is going to be at your house at 10:30. Like, what? Like, okay. And, I think I even called you about it. Like, what do you recommend that I do? And he's like, it's kind of up to you. Like, okay. And I called one of her friends, what should I do? And, she said, I probably wouldn't do it, but I just felt like, I don't even want to know what I said, what I looked like on there, because I knew it. Some people said it just made it look even worse after the fact. It's like I was just lying to more and more people.
What do you think happened?
At first, I really thought maybe she was just at somebody's house, just decompressing.
Just blowing off steam.
Yeah. But after today, like with the onslaught of all the cars, all the police cars, all the news, all the canine units, it's making me lean the other direction about someone took her.
Okay.
But it's just, if someone took her, it would have to have been someone she knew. Because there's no sign of anything like being disturbed, broken.
Mm-hmm.
But like, that's the way I'm leaning now. At first I thought for real she was just decompressing somewhere. I thought she was safe. Even though everything in the house was left there. But now it's just, after the day with the news crews and everything, it feels more the other direction. And it's freaking me out. Because I have no idea where they are.
Okay. If you could think of anything that we could do to find them, what would it be?
Everything that I've exhausted so far is like people that have car seats, because she left the car seats. And she would never just, Bella could sit in a regular booster chair, because she's about that time.
Mm-hmm.
Celeste isn't quite there yet, but all the people that I know that have cars, they've contacted me.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's, there's definitely a chance there's somebody I don't know. Being a guy or a girl, and she has plenty of friends through like direct sales that I've never met that could have a kid that they could come and just say, hey, let's go. Like, just back up in the back, put them in, let's go. But I wouldn't have their name. I wouldn't know who they are.
Okay.
And this is like, that's what's driving me nuts. It's like, when I told the news crew, like, if she's out there, it's like, just come home. Like, if someone has her, or like, not just has her, but if she's at somebody's house and she's just decompressing, it's time to come back, because now this is real.
Okay.
This has gone to a different level.
Absolutely. Okay. Do you have an inkling of if it's good or bad?
Yesterday, I would have thought that she was safe and it was good, that she would come home. Today, it's more on the other side, because I don't think that she would let it get this far if she was just decompressing somewhere. She's not talking to anybody. As far as, people that have reached out to me that I haven't talked to in like a year,
mm-hmm.
that are friends with her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of her like best friends of ours, Judy, lives in Florida. Works in the police department down in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And she called me today. Like, that's one of her friends she would confide in.
Oh, okay.
So,
and she hasn't heard anything?
Nothing.
And nobody's heard anything?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Her parents, she doesn't like talking to her mom, but still, her mom calls her enough that she would at least answer once.
Yeah. And if she's, I'm married, I know how it is. If she's hacked off at her husband, would she call her mom?
She would call one of the friends that have contacted me.
Okay.
At least one of them, because she has a close-knit group.
Okay.
But the fact that none of them know anything is very strange because one of them would have said something by now, seeing what this is escalating to.
Can we talk about something that's kind of hard to talk about? So when I work investigations like this, I have to keep an open mind on everything. Okay. And part of keeping an open mind is listening to you talk about your wife and your marriage. And the day she goes missing is the day that you guys have marital discord. Okay? So you can understand what I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It makes me sick to my stomach, honestly. Like, I know, like, I've talked to a few of my friends, it's like, this does not look good on you. I'm like, I know. It's like, if people knew that we were having marital issues, they're gonna look at me. Especially with the way everything looks. And it honestly just makes me sick to my stomach because this is something that I would never do. Ever. I know, like, you have to look at every vantage point. This is something I would never do to my kids or my wife. At all. I'm not sure, like, what I could do, like, to make people believe that, just because if they knew we were having marital discord, they would automatically look at me. But there's no, I would harm anybody in my family. At all. I know we were having marital discord, and we had that conversation that morning, and then she goes, we have no idea where she is, or the kids. I promise you that I had nothing to do with any of that.
Are you telling me the truth?
I'm telling you the absolute truth.
Why should I believe you?
Because I'm a very trustworthy person, and the people that do know me, they know how I'm a calm person. I am not an argumentative person. I am a person that's never going to be abusive or physical in any kind of relationship. I would never harm my kids. I would never harm my wife. You can talk to any of my friends, any of her friends. They know me. They know I'm a low-key guy that's quiet. I'm not about confrontation. I'm not about anything that elevates to that level. You can tell, if someone yells at me, screams at me, I just take it and I just try to get it by the wayside and get it back to where it's just a cool conversation to where none of that gets to that height, because I am not that person. I've never been that person.
You can imagine it's my job, okay? And I told you that tonight we would talk about things, and it might offend you, you know that we have to get to the bottom of this. You know that?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you take a polygraph?
Sure.
Okay. Would you take it tonight?
In fact, that's what you want me to do. I've never done one. I don't know what it involves, but...
Okay. You know what it is?
From what I've seen, it goes on your finger.
You know what the purpose of one is?
That's for a lie detector test.
Okay. I would love for you and me as a team to talk tomorrow, to do a polygraph tomorrow, and move past all of it. Okay? Move past me wondering about Chris. Me about wondering which Chris I'm talking to. I want to move past it. I just want to get it behind us. Okay? And then our talks are going to be a lot more comfortable than they were tonight. So can we say that tomorrow at 11 o'clock?
Okay.
We can do a polygraph? Here. Okay? And there might be little tweaks. It might be at a different office out of this. We're not going to try to rock your world too much. We know what you're going through. Okay? I want to get that done. I want to just move past it. Okay? Can we do that?
Yeah.
11 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
coolest thing about this is right now, there's only one person in this room that knows what the truth is. And in about 5 minutes, there's going to be 2 of us. So that's the coolest part, okay? And then I can go share that with them out there. Okay. Did you physically cause Shanann's disappearance?
No.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. How do you feel?
Horrible.
Horrible?
Nervous.
Yeah? Revision night. So I brought Graham in here because we want to talk to you about the results, okay?
Okay.
So it is completely clear that you were not honest during the testing, and I think you already know that. You did not pass the polygraph test.
Okay.
Okay. So now we need to talk about what actually happened. And I feel like you're probably ready to do that.
I didn't lie to you on that polygraph, I promise.
Chris,
I know.
Chris, stop. It's time. Just stop for a minute. Take a deep breath. I want you to take a deep breath right now.
There's a reason you feel sick to your stomach. And when people hold stuff inside, it makes you physically ill. And I can just tell on your face, I could tell from the second you walked in that you were wanting to just come clean and just be done with this. And I appreciate that because you knew sitting down in that chair that you weren't going to pass today. And you knew I was going to find out because I told you that. And then you continued to stay knowing that you could, at the end, say, you know what? I just need to get this off my chest. Like, I just need to tell you what happened. We're not here to play games. We're not here to do any of that with you. We just want to know what happened. So can you start from the beginning and tell us what happened?
Everything that I had told you, I did not lie on this polygraph. I don't know how much I could tell you right now, like, I did not.
It's not even an option right now because you did not pass the polygraph, so I know you were being deceptive. So that's not even an issue right now. The issue right now is what happened to Shanann, Bella, and Celeste. That's the issue right now.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Yeah, but you weren't here today lying about something else. So we need to talk about that, okay?
I cheated on her.
I know. And this is very good.
I'm not proud of it. I don't think anything like that could happen. I don't think I would ever do it, but I did.
I know.
I just find it hard to hear you talk about just having this emotional, conversation with Shanann, and you're bawling and crying together, and you have not shed one tear in 2 days that you've been here. Not one. And help me understand that because I don't get it. These are your baby girls. And you have not shed one tear over them not being around. Chris, I lose my 4-year-old in the store for 10 seconds and I start to go panic. Panic. I have not seen any of that from you at all. Help me understand that.
I love those girls. I would never do any of this because I haven't shed a tear. You get
no, that's weird. Is that weird?
Don't look into that like I don't love my kids.
Tell me, explain
wife.
to me. You're crying with your wife that you're leaving her.
Yeah.
But you don't cry that your 2 little baby girls.
I'm hoping they're still around somewhere. I'm hoping they're still somewhere.
Yeah, but you don't have them right now. You're not reading stories to them at night. You're not giving them midnight snacks. You're not giving them their medicine. You're not waking up with them in the morning.
I know this.
So that should cause you pain.
It does cause me pain.
But I don't see that. I don't see that. I want to see the Chris that cares. I want to see the Chris that, feels bad about what he did and wants to, get this off his chest and be done with this. And let us find your little girls so that they're not out there in the middle of a field or whatever somewhere. Don't do that.
I love those girls to death.
Then show us that. Show us that.
Did Shanann do
think she did anything to these kids. We both love them with all our hearts. There's no way.
It could have been an accident. Something happened in the house that you know about. You failed the polygraph test, Chris. This is not about, did you leave and your wife vanished and you didn't know anything about it. That was not what you were asked, okay?
Okay.
We know that something happened to all three of them. But I want to know, did something happen to these baby girls first that you had to take into your own hands and deal with?
You had to clean it up for us, Shanann.
Chris, you gotta tell us. There's something that happened to these baby girls. What did Shanann do to them? Tell us, Chris. Chicks are crazy.
Can I talk to my dad or something?
Absolutely.
Come.
Do you want to bring him in here?
No, I just need to talk to my dad. Like, flew across the country.
Hey, Chris, how about this? If we brought your dad in here, would you please tell him what happened?
Can I just go talk to him? I've been in here for like 5 or 6 hours, and I'm like...
Absolutely. Chris, look at me, man. It's not going to feel any better. He deserves an answer.
It's your best friend.
There's only one person you wanted here most, and it's your dad.
Good.
Did she tell her?
Hair blue.
Yeah. She took both from her dad.
I freaked out at the champagne in the winter. I don't want to say. I don't want to say the.
Was she straddling her? Okay. And where were they?
In the bed.
On the bed. And so your wife was on top. Was she?
That's when I was walking out from the back.
Okay. And she saw from the back.
Yeah.
Okay. But she was doing this.
It looked like it was like this.
Yeah. Okay. And then was she face up, face down? What?
Off to the side.
Oh, she was laying on her side. Okay.
That's when I pulled her off.
Okay.
She was limp and she was blue.
Okay.
There's no movement at all.
Oh, she was limp and blue, or limping and blue?
Limp and
blue. Okay.
It's like her body was like.
Right.
You pick her arm up and it just falls.
Okay. And then what happened?
I looked at her and I just got on top of her and.
You got on top of Shanann?
Did the same thing.
Okay. Did you have to knock her down?
No.
She was already on the ground?
I just pulled her off on the bed. And,
oh, kind of one movement.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not as though you pulled her off.
No. Like I pulled her down and did that. I didn't know. I lost it.
Sure. Did she put up a fight?
I lost it so much that it didn't feel like she did.
Okay. You're a pretty strong dude. Was she yelling? Was she screaming? Was she talking? Was she scratching you? Nothing?
I didn't even feel, I just felt such anger that nothing, I didn't feel anything.
Okay.
That S for Shanann. Okay. And where are the girls at?
Mm-hmm.
In these?
Mm-hmm.
So which one is, do you know which one?
Are they in the tanks? Can somebody who doesn't know what they're doing open those? Okay, it's easy to open them.
What's in the tanks?
It's a mixture of oil and water.
Chris, come stand up for me. I'm going to have you face that wall over there. Yeah, just face it. Lift up your hands. Okay, come and face this wall. Okay, go and face me. You don't have anything on you, right? Okay, nothing in your pockets? Okay, go ahead and face that other wall behind you. I'm just going to search you real quick. Spread your legs. Further. Okay, turn around and face me. No earrings, necklaces, anything like that? Okay. Let's walk out this way. Go straight. Go out that door to your left. Have a seat.
I knew there was a reason you brought me back in. That was horrible. You asked me questions for like 3 or 4 hours beforehand, and then you do the polygraph, and it's like you just break down somebody's brain to where like jello, and it's just like I know it's you guys have a job and you have a plan, and that's what you executed it. Walking in there that day, just walking into that room, I knew I wasn't walking out. Just the feeling I had walking in that room.
Arguments made by the attorneys. The court has considered the statements made by the victims in this case. The court's going to find that the plea agreement is fair and reasonable under the circumstances. I want to acknowledge the Rusick family as well as the Watts family that showing mercy on Mr. Watts is understood, and I respect that decision to request that the district attorney not seek the death penalty in this case. And so the court is going to accept this plea bargain under the circumstances. Words that come to mind when I hear the evidence in this case are a senseless crime and the viciousness of the crime. And equally aggravating in this court's determination is the despicable act of disposing of the bodies in the manner in which they were done in this case. I've been a judicial officer now for starting my 17th year, and I could objectively say that this is perhaps the most inhumane and vicious crime that I have handled out of the thousands of cases that I have seen. And nothing less than a maximum sentence would be appropriate. And anything less than the maximum sentence would depreciate the seriousness of this offense. So the court is going to sentence Mr. Watts as follows. With regard to count number 1, murder in the first degree as it relates to Shanann Watts, the court is going to sentence you, sir, to a life sentence in the Colorado Department of Corrections, followed, with no possibility of parole. And that is going to run consecutively to all but counts 3 and 4. With regard to count 2, as it relates to murder in the first degree with Bella, the court is going to sentence you to life in the Colorado Department of Corrections with no possibility of parole. With regard to count number 3, the court is going to sentence you as it relates to Celeste to life in the Colorado Department of Corrections with no possibility of parole. With regard to counts 4 and 5 relating to Bella and Celeste, as a different theory of first-degree murder, the court is going to sentence you to life in the Colorado Department of Corrections, and legally those sentences must run concurrently as a different theory of first-degree murder. Recognizing the unlawful termination of pregnancy for the unborn child that has been named Nico, the court absolutely believes that the maximum sentence of 48 years would be appropriate to run consecutive to the other charges, with an additional mandatory parole period of 3 years as set forth by statute. With regard to count number 7, as it relates to tampering with a deceased body, as well as counts 8 and 9, each a class 3 felony, the court is going to impose a maximum sentence of 12 years each for those counts to run consecutively to the other counts. The court is going to order that statutory fees be paid and court costs. The court's going to grant the prosecution 91 days to file a notice of restitution, and that will be the sentence of the court.
My parents still think, like, I told them I pled guilty for a reason. And, like, I told it to them when they had that video phone thing in Colorado the day before, like, I pled guilty. Like, I plead guilty for a reason. Like, I didn't just, I knew other people were watching. I didn't just go in and like, just say anything. Like, they seemed to take it. And okay. I didn't want anybody else to. I didn't want them to go through this for 2 or 4 years. I didn't want my attorneys to lie for me for 2 or 4 years. That's what I don't see how they can do that. Like, that's what attorneys do. Like, they take their defendant and they say, like, what happened? Okay, we'll go with that story. Like, I told them everything I just told you guys. And it's just like, they got together. They're like, well, if they ever offered a plea deal, would you ever want it? Like, just plead guilty to them. Like, yeah, I mean, if we can end this, end it. Like, I was, like, in September, I told them that. Yeah, but, it was way too early, and prosecution was still doing their investigation, still grabbing evidence and all kinds of stuff, and that wasn't even really on the table. So I think it was around Halloween. I think that's when the prosecution went to Frank and Sandy and Frankie's house. And it's talking like, if we can end this, would you be open to that? And that's when, like, like the whole death penalty and everything, all that conversation happened. And I guess they were surprised that it would just be over. I know it's, everybody's telling me to fight this, there's no, like, everybody's saying there's, like, not enough evidence to such this and that. And I'm just like, no, this needs to end. Like, I don't want people to have to, because for Frank and everybody to have to fly back to Colorado every single time and get reminded of this, like, I'm not sure it's never going to go away, but to actually have to come and talk about it, have other people talk about it, have, all 3 of you get on the witness stand and say, what they saw, what they've seen, what they heard on tapes and everything like that. It's just like, I don't want people to relive that over and over and over again for years. Like, if I could just end this for everybody, and then, like, if there's any closure at all, it could start then instead of, like, 2022. And everything just, like, I know it'd only get worse for everybody. I mean, honestly, like, when I was sitting in that cell, I felt like I should have died. I mean, I was listening to everybody telling me, like, hey, if you do this and this, you can hang yourself in that cell. You could do this and that. You could drown yourself in the toilet if you wanted to put your toilet bowl up or something like that. They've been there a bunch of times. And, like, I was, at one point, I was listening to them. And I was like, like, I prayed to God every day that He would move me away from Colorado. Like, move me away from, like, the DOC there, because I just knew, like, 'cause they were saying there was a hit on me. They said if I was going to a DOC in Colorado, like, I'd last a week and I'd be dead. because of, like, the gangs and all that kind of stuff. So, like, I just felt like God moved me here for a reason. When my parents got up there, it's like just hearing my mom and dad talk, you know, just like they really couldn't look at me. They really couldn't look at me, but I just felt like, you know, everything they said, and they forgive me, and that, you know, I'm still their son, no matter what. And I know, like, you know, my attorneys told me, like, you need to show a little more emotion, because I guess first time I went to the courtroom, I didn't know what to expect. I'm still, like, new to everything, just in shock about what was going on, and they said I was just a cold person, just looking at it. When I did the plea and at the Senate hearing, it just all of it felt just more real than anything.